Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we'll be starting with chapter 8 Bholi of Footprints Without Feet class 10th. So let's start without wasting time. Her name was Sulekha. A girl is being described here, but since her childhood, everyone had been calling her Bholi, the simpleton. Bholi means very simple, not so much clever. That is the meaning of Bholi. She was the fourth daughter of Nambedar Ramlal. When she was 10 months old, she had fallen off the cot on her head and perhaps it had damaged some part of her brain. That was why she remained a backward child and came to be known as Bholi the simpleton. At birth, the child was very fair and pretty. She was a very pretty girl, but when she was 2 years old, she had an attack of smallpox. Only the eyes were safe, but the entire body was permanently disfigured by deep black pock marks. Uh, Smallpox is a type of a disease which creates and which creates small deep black pores in the body everywhere. Little Sulekha could not speak till she was 5, and when at last she learned to speak, she stammered. The adult children often made fun of her and mimicked her. As a result, she talked very little. Ramlal had 7 children, 3 sons and 4 daughters, and the youngest of them was Bholi. It was a prosperous farmer's household, and there was plenty to eat and drink. All the children except Bholi were healthy and strong. The sons had been sent to the city to study in schools and later in colleges. Of the daughters, Radha, the eldest, had already been married. The second daughter, Mangla's marriage had also been settled, and then that was done, Ramlal would think of the third, Champa. They were good looking, healthy girls, and it was not difficult to find bridegrooms for them. But Ramlal was worried about Bholi. She had neither good looks nor intelligence. Bholi was a fair and pretty child, but after the attack of smallpox, she became ugly. But that doesn't describe her body. Being ugly cannot describe you. Bholi was 7 years old when Mangla was married. The same year, a primary school for girls was opened in their village. The Tehsildar Sahib came to perform its opening ceremony. He said to Ramlal, as a revenue official, you are the representative of the government in the village, and so you must set an example to the villagers. You must send your daughters to school. Why Tehsildar said that? Because he was a revenue official of that village. So he should send his girls to school so that he would become an idol that girls should be sent to school. That night when Ramlal consulted his wife, she cried, "Are you crazy? If girls go to school, who will marry them?" This was the thinking of Ramlal's wife. But Ramlal had not the courage to disobey the Tehsildar. At last, his wife said, "I will tell you what to do. Send Bholi to school. As it is, there is a little chance of her getting married with her ugly face and lack of sense. Let the teachers at school worry about her." How mother is saying, like. The next day, Ramlal caught Bholi by the hand and said, "Come with me, I will take you to the school." Bholi was frightened. She did not know what a school was like. She remembered how a few days ago their old cow, Lakshmi, had been turned out of the house and sold. "No, no," she shouted in terror and pulled her hand away from her father's grip. Few days back, their cow, Lakshmi, was turned out of the house and sold. So she was also scared that she is also being turned out of the house and will be sold. But that was not. She was being sent to school. What's the matter with you, fool?" shouted Ramlal. "I am only taking you to school." Then he told his wife, "Let her wear some decent clothes today, or else what will the teachers and the other schoolgirls think of us when they see her?" New clothes had never been made for Bholi. The old dresses of her sisters were passed on to her. No one cared to mend or wash her clothes, but today she was lucky to receive a clean dress which had shrunk after so many washings and no longer fitted Champa. She was even bathed and oil was rubbed into her skin and matted hair. Only then did she began to believe that she was being taken to a place better than her home. So from this paragraph we can see that Bholi was being discriminated in her own house. When they reached the school, the children were already in their classrooms. Ramlal handed over his daughter to the headmistress. Left alone, the poor girl looked out her with fear-laden eyes. There were several rooms, and in each room, girls like her squatted on mats, reading from books or writing on slates. The headmistress asked Bholi to sit down in a corner in one of the classrooms.